chair, a little button barely there. My coat had torn, I didn't know, but you just smiled and fixed it slow. With every stitch your hands were sure, as if love lived in threads so pure. You didn't speak, just let it be. That quiet care you gave to me. The button you sewed back on still holds me when the world is gone. Though coats grow old and winters end, that circle still feels like your head. A tiny piece, a simple thing, but in its loop I hear you sing. You knotted thread with practiced grace and blew the dust from fabric's face. No grand goodbye, no final kiss, just sewing love in seams I missed. Now every time I grab that coat, I feel your warmth in every note. I wear it still, though frayed and torn. It keeps the night from feeling warm. The button you sewed back on outlived the years since you've been gone. It doesn't shine, it doesn't gleam, but holds me like a steady dream. You fixed more than just thread and cloth. You made me whole when life was rough. And love, it's not in words we say, but in the things that choose to stay. A button stitched with love so strong is where my heart will rest upon. The button you sewed back on is why I still can carry on. Though time unwinds what we once wore, this little loop still means much more. You never left, not really gone. You're in the button you sewed back on. So when the wind cuts through the air, I pull that coat and you are there. Ticking stopped at 2 a.m. The room went still like knowing when. You closed the door without a sound, and time just froze all things around. The second hand refused to move, like it had lost its only truth. I didn't cry, I didn't shout, but every breath just counted out. The clock that stopped at 2 still marks the hour I lost you. Though days roll by and seasons change, that moment stays, that time remains. No winding hand, no chime, no clue, just endless silence shaped like you. It hangs above the hallway light, still glowing faint in silver white. Your shadow crossed beneath its face and left it aching for your grace. Now every night I glance and find that number frozen in my mind. rest of time moves on outside, but here it waits where love once died. The clock that stopped at 2 won't tell me what the minutes do. Though years have passed, it won't renew. It keeps its vow to hold what's true. You disappeared into the blue and left the world at half past you. Some clocks are broken, some just pause, but this one stopped for deeper cause. It knew the second we were through and sealed that moment into view. The clock that stopped at 2 is where I go to speak with you. No tick, no bell, just quiet breath that keeps the shape of softer death. While life moves forward fast and wide, this clock still holds you at its side. So I don't fix it, won't pretend you left at 2, and time won't bend. will love me, will be. They don't know, we will love me, will be do. They don't know, we will love me, will be. They don't know, we will love me, will be. They don't know, we will love me, will be. They don't know, we will love me, will be do. They don't know, we will love me.